Hello guys and welcome back to stream. I'm guessing I know no one. I guess I'll probably be by myself today, but that's fine. I was even thinking if I should record this for YouTube only, since a lot of people want to play this first and don't want to get spoiled. So I don't know, questionable how much sense it makes to stream this, but I've already started. And I know at least Lamebreakers will probably watch these. And I would not want to bereft my favorite S-maker of parts of the story. So yeah, welcome back to Blueprints. I am totally obsessed with this game. It's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy unraveling all the mysteries of the Mount Holly estate and our family. I took some time in between doing chores today, where I tried to figure out the family tree, just to get some clarification. What I'm a little unsure of is, in the book we had in the library last time, like the one we ordered from the local library in town, in Reddington, it was a visitor's guide to Reddington, I believe. And we had something about another estate and the family who lived there, the Aspen, Lord and Lady Aspen. Mentioned in the text by Lord William Epson, sorry, not Aspen, Epson, his son Lionel and a daughter who took over their estate before she married in the 50s. And initially that I thought, wait, was that our mom? But it makes more sense that would have been our grandma, who I believe is Lady Clara Epson. I hope, at least. I mean, we read about and we had a note in one of the hallways. I think was it the west hallway, the west wing hallway? A little snippet of a newspaper article about the demise of Lady Clara Epson. I'm not sure if that's. I wanted to go check back on the bedroom of her ladyship. If it also stated, I believe it also stated the name Clara Epson, and specifically naming her our grandmother. Then I guess Lord William would be her father, so our great-grandfather. And Lionel Epson, our grandmother's daughter. Not daughter, brother, sorry. The thing is, that confused me a little, because our great uncle should be a brother of either our grandfather or grandmother. And if Lionel is our grandmother's brother, that would mean that Herbert Sinclair, who is passing the estate down to us, or at least plans to, would have to be our grandfather's brother, in theory, at least. And yeah, so other than that, our grandparents had 2 children apparently. I'm going by the nursery and the fact that we have, or like our mother has, a cousin, the cousin whose letter we found in the time safe, Courtney. Yeah, so they had a son and a daughter. Courtney is the daughter of their son, who I'm afraid, at least as far as I'm aware, we do not know the name of yet. At least I can't remember having an uncle to us. That is our mom, Mary Matthew Jones. And our dad, who probably is, named somewhat Jones. Like, we don't know his first name yet. Also, I believe we are Simon P. Jones, of course, and we have a brother as well, an older brother. And for some reason, I believed, or I remember that we had a name. We found a name for our brother, but looking back at the footage, I couldn't find it. So I might have missed it, because I didn't watch like every second of it. I tried to hit all the moments where we were reading text and go from that, so I might have just missed it. But yeah, that's what I have so far. I also went back and wrote down names of the staff and their positions. So on the note in the pantry, we found Bridget, which might be a help or a maid, like a kitchen help or a maid. The note said, hey, please go out and grab some food. Then we had Hartley Rota, who was the valet, or like the lords of the house valet. What? Is that like a game trailer or something? Okay, now I gotta watch that. Or maybe it's credits? I hope not. I mean, this suspiciously looks like credits. Yes, absolutely treasure. What if we... Yeah, guys, I'm not done. I'm just talking. I'm sorry. Alright. What I wanted to say. The staff, you know, so Bridget, not sure what her position is yet. The valet, Mrs. Anne Babbage, the house manager, Randolph Moore, who was working in the lab, Kimberly Thompson, who came in from outside to help him. So I'm sure she wasn't like a staple person in the staff. Hey, Catilla, thanks for the lurk. Hope you're having a great day, and hope you had fun at Gallows. Danny Revane, who was fired and was apparently supposed to keep the courtyard in order. And Christoph, who we don't have a last name of as of yet, as far as I'm aware, who was the driver. The thing is also something I noticed about the pictures, like the stained glass pictures in the chapel. Like I already noticed that there's 8 of them, but the 8th is definitely hidden behind the altar. And we have kind of a queen and probably a sort of like a king figure behind the altar, and then to the side, so on each side, so we have 3 angels, like around them, between them we have 3 angels on each side, with very specific jobs, basically. So yeah, and I believe these represent the staff, and then her ladyship and his lordship. That would also match with the picture I found in the maid's bedroom, which showed 8 people. Initially, I thought there was 8 staff members, but now I'm pretty sure this is actually the Baron, the lady, and their 6 staff members. So it's 8 people, like, and there's a lot of revolving around the number 8. Like we have like 8 stained glass windows, 8 people in the house. I don't want to do any, like, I'm trying to do math in my head if the number 46 or 45 has anything with 8. No, it shouldn't, because 5 times 8 is 40. No, okay, forget about that. But yeah, something that also correlates, it seems to correlate with the number 8 are the musical sheets, like the sheet music we found, or at least the highest number we've so far found is 8. And I'm also trying to, I've started cracking the code. We already have enough that it's kind of sort of possible. Like basically every piece of sheet music has a word printed in bold. And the first 5 are first words on the sheets. Was number 5, I believe. I didn't note that. Yeah, first, so the first words on the sheets, and then the 8th was... message. Something about a secret message, probably. And I already read the first words on each of the sheets that I found, so the first 5 and number 8. Let me quickly look at the pictures again so I can really tell you what it says. So the first one is find, then among, the, white, trees is number 5. And then number 8 was stones, I believe. Yeah, stones. And I also remember in the workshop we had a stone slab with an A carved in it. So yeah, not sure about white trees yet. I can't remember seeing any. But yeah, it will match up to something about white trees and stones. Other than that, I remember that I wanted to check on the padlock in the orchid, of 1128, I believe, was the combination. Yeah, 1128. Question is just if I want to do that now. Also, I wondered if I should drain the water in the aquarium, but that would mean I would have to refill the fountain, at least partially. The question is if I want to do that. Alright, we're gonna start off, and I want to try, the thing is, do I want to try the padlock now? Or at the end of the day, if I have steps left over. Oh, and the letter is permanent. Nice. Okay. Can I read that again? No. I usually have steps left over at the end of the day, so maybe let's just do the regular day first. And then at least we have something we can use the remaining stamina on. That sounds nice. Also, I'm a little worried that I have found 3 saves and no combinations. Don't know any combinations to any of them. And yeah, I'm also worried that I will run out of time. The game wasn't super explicit about the timer limit on this, that we have to find the room, the 46th room. But I feel like we have a month, because in the staff note it said that they will be on a month-long paid leave, and also the will stated in a timely manner. It didn't specify what a timely manner was, but I feel like we have a month, so probably 30 days. And then again, I guess if we didn't find it, we failed the game. Alright, as much as I would love to do either the tool shed or the hovel, love both of these rooms, I really, really feel like I need new rooms. And at least have a look at them once and see if any information is there. Okay, at least need to go into them at least once. Plenty dick spots. Of course, I don't have to shuffle right now. We'll see if that will help. Like, maybe I'll find it. Yo, and then there's a family. Fantastic. I just spent the entire day trying to figure out a family tree. And the first thing I find today is a family tree. Okay. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories named Marian Marigold was last seen by a Friday getting into carriage after late. No sign has been found yet. Okay, sign is underlined in blue. Again, this is one of these games where I'm like taking pictures of everything because you never know. Never know what's a hint, what isn't. And see, that's why it's so important to look at each room at least once. I mean, always when you spawn a room, you can of course, or draft a room, you can always find an item there or a tool, sure. But that's like randomized. These things aren't. Like these informational items are there. I wish I could eat all of these. Alright, this is our mother. Yeah, Absalom Sinclair has the two names. Wait. Oh, Simon. Sorry, Simon H. Sinclair. For a second I was confused because I thought, hey Rosie Posey, thank you so much for being here, even if it's just for a bit. I just said, I don't know if you've heard this, but I just said at the beginning, we probably weren't here for that. I spent basically the entire day between chores trying to set up a family tree, and the first thing I found today is a family tree. But yeah, Lionel, son of Lord William and Lady Ashlyn. Okay, yeah. Their two children, Clara and Lionel. Simon, who we are named after, who is our grandfather, his brother Herbert, and Baron Thomas Sinclair, other parents, and Baroness Orwell. Okay. Okay, then I have the question. That's actually something I didn't voice at the beginning, but that's something I thought about today when I wrote down the family tree. So it was clear that our mother's maiden name must have been absent. Or was it? I mean, either Absalom or Sinclair, but definitely not Matthew. Because she was always named Mary Matthew, and then later Mary Matthew Jones, and we are Simon P. Jones. We can see here now that her maiden name was Absalom. The question is, when she was initially, her last name was initially Absalom, and who was Matthew? And why did she have that last name? Even before, because there were news articles in the archive that first named her just Mary Matthew, and then a later one named her Mary Matthew Jones. So one reason could of course be she changed it at some point. Another could be that the marriage to our father is her second marriage. With her first marriage, her name changed to Mary Matthew, and then they either divorced or he died, or something happened, and later she married our father, Mr. Jones, and added it to her last name. And then the question is, our brother, is that our brother or our half-brother? I mean, but I wrote down Jones as his last name because I assumed that he was like our brother and it would also be named Jones. But as far as I thought maybe I seen a first name for a brother somewhere, but I'm not sure if I see the last name. Maybe his last name is Matthew. Then it would explain how. Like he's older, he's from the first marriage, we are from the second. Alright. I'll take a picture. I was mostly correct though. I mean, I was missing a couple names, but I said earlier that I figured Herbert had to be the brother from our grandfather's side. Because the book on the tourist book, the Traveler's Guide on Reddington, told us that, you know, Lord William Abson and his wife lived in that other big estate. Their son Lionel never took over. Like when he came of age, he left and never returned. And their daughter, who wasn't named but whose name we found somewhere else, Clara, ran it until she married in the 50s. So they married in the 50s, had a daughter. She probably married in the 70s or something, 80s, had us eventually. Okay. That's that. So with the root cellar, we'll have an extra big amount of dig spots today. So let's hope we find the shovel. Still unsure, like if that game registers choices like these. So if the developers are nice, these choices are registered, and then the game goes, oh, so you have a lot of dig spots today. Okay, then we'll make sure you get the shovel so you can actually use those. I love me some den at the start. The den is like a very nice room at the start. Love it. Now have a quick look around if there are any random keys or coins spawning today. I have really stopped paying attention to the pictures because these change every day. So like these pictures change every day. So far the only pictures that haven't changed that I've noticed are the ones in the drawing room, which is why I still believe that these are in some sort connected to some sort connected to the safe in there. Okay, what's the constellation today? Oh, that's 2. Diamond Minor, the twins. Pair of chests has been added to the hall. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if items can spawn up here. Now with the chest, I would be hoping for the sledgehammer, for example. I mean, the hallway's good. We'll probably get 2 keys here. Question is if I want to use them right away. Might be smart though. Alright, 13 plus 8 is 21. Plus minus 8 is just 13. What am I doing? Okay. 7. I mean, that's 15. Negative 14 is 1 times 12 is 12. I mean, yeah, 20 times 20 divided by 20 is 20. Like, oh, okay, no, I cannot open the chest with these. This one has to be a major key. The key to the secret garden. How do I use that? Finding it won't be easy. You don't say. So can I use that at any door? No. I mean, it's a chapel. I don't have any money right now. So it doesn't cost me anything other than step. Hey, look, tick spots. I wonder how that changes. Like, it would be so interesting to learn or to, at one point, like after you beat the game, read about how specific choices affect spawn rate or drop rates or chances of getting specific items. Like, I wonder if we get if the chance that we got the secret garden key was significantly higher because we chose the root cellars or outdoor room today. Okay, that's gonna be around the corner. Let's see that we get something that leads downwards. Oh no, that's upwards. Okay. I mean, sure, spare room. Why not? Let's go straight up. Doesn't hurt. Okay, that is to the side. No. Okay, but getting the nursery early is not bad. Just unfortunate that I now have a block in the house that I can't use. Ooh, nice find though. Two ivory dice. It's a nice find early in the day. The secret garden. I mean, if I can't find the secret garden, I would hope I could get the coat rack. And at least save. Save that for another day. Thing is, if I don't have it in my inventory, that's almost missed a banana. It's a bad chance I might not find it. Okay, so this is the corner. Give me the parlor. Another piece of fruit. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. The gems are in the black box. Blank? Okay. The gems are in a box with a statement. Okay, now I'm a little worried because like it should be like we have at least one false box and one true box. The gems are in the black box. Okay, well, let me go back on the rules. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. And one box which displays only false statements. Okay, statements. Displays statements. Okay, we have one with no statement, so that can be neither true or false. Like it can't be anything. If this is the true one, then that would have to be wrong. Which would not work because if the statement the gems are in the black box is true, then the statement the gems are in the box with a statement is also true. By default, that means that statement has to be wrong. The gems are not in the black box. And the statement the gems are in the box with a statement is true. So it should be the blue one. You know what? And here it's a dead end. I kind of like it here. I mean, the nursery does give me extra steps of drafting. Bedrooms today feels extra nice. A key. Fantastic. I'm gonna open one of the chests in the entry on my way back, since I have to go back anyway. And maybe with a little luck I get more keys and can open the second one as well. More dice and some coins, okay. No extra key though. Okay. Don't necessarily like that. If at least one of them would go the other direction though. I mean, I could redraw. You know what? Yeah, I have four thingies. Let's redraw. The look will give me the library. And the key. So let me take advantage of that. Okay, second chest. Another 2 dice and 4 coins. Okay. Very interesting. Plenty of coins. The library will be a dead end. Ah, that's so unfortunate. I see the positioning is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, we wanted it. Oh, another trunk. Yeah. Okay, today is a good day for the sledgehammer. Okay, we have the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. We can request Swimbird next to other children's book written by our mother. Let's do that. Because that's why I picked that option to can draft the library. I mean, also usually when you can draft another room from the library, it has a higher chance of being a rare one, so that's also very fancy. It's unfortunate we get a bad positioning today. Alright, that's already a dead end. Then let's go to the spare room. That is the only path I've left. At least I have 5 dice though. Okay, for a second I thought I saw something on the globe. And we're gonna lose a coin. Yep. Also, knowing what I know now, it's interesting that this room was supposed to be painted blue. This was supposed to be a blue room. Take with that whatever you want with that information. Keys, okay. Thanks for being here, Rosie Pussy. You have a great evening as well. Alright. Oh, thank God it's not a dead end. Alright. Got the secret garden. Apple and orange trees. Oh. Okay, wait. Okay, what if we make all the arrows point to the moon? Does that do anything? That's one of the levers for the antechamber. Okay, the secret garden has one. We know the greenhouse has another, so that's 2 green rooms who have 2 of the levers. Okay, wait a second. Maybe there's more than one lever. Okay, maybe, wait, I was thinking, what if I make all of them, all of the arrows point north, but I don't think I can do that, right? Not without... Yeah, because that one at the top is fixed. Okay, but that is huge. Now if I just had the shovel, that would be amazing. Okay, so this will be a dead end either way. So, let's pick a dead end room. 2 items in the closet. Oh, killed for the shovel. And yet another dice. It's unbelievable. Damn you. A locked gate. Are you kidding me? I have... Oh. Just because I don't have any keys. Frick. Frick! I have the secret garden! And I've opened the door in the antechamber. Oh, now I have a banana here. Fantastic. How about you spawn a key or a shovel? That would have been more useful. Another banana. That wasn't here before. I mean, yeah, you can throw all the bananas you want at me. My day's over if I don't find the key or the shovel. Okay, that apple definitely wasn't here before. So, okay, so food is now spawning. Ah, that's the secret garden. Okay, I didn't read the effect. Okay, spreads food throughout the house. Okay, nice. Well, I guess I can go for the orchid then. But that's frustrating. Having 6 dice and needing a key. I mean, I should have left the chests alone, but I was hoping that I get more keys in the chests, you know? Should have left them. Alright, though. Alright, so let's see if 1128 is the magic number here. It is. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Oh, is that sweet. Yeah, let me still look around and see. It would be awesome if I found a key or a shovel here. Any chance? Any chance? Okay. I know what that is. Hey, look. Sun clock. Or I'm not sure if it's called what it's called. There's on an wall. Oh, come on, there's something tiny here. It looked like a tiny it looks like a tiny stand. The Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992. Okay, we have a new person, Robert Nogula, groundskeeper. When I first came to the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms in the house under his care. As a result of his improvidence, in the first few months of my post I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate, encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Abson's death, and the ensuing close to the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, the patio, the veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. Okay, so that's confirming something that I talked about in the last stream, that I was thinking about the garage and I was only talking about the garage and the greenhouse, that apparently they can only be drafted in on the edge. Apparently that goes for most of the green rooms. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred to fully survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. I suspect that the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. Okay, so flowers in the greenhouse means gems for us. And fruit spread, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Fascinating. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. That's what I thought. They're not pollution. They're meant to keep the orchard like some level of temperature here. These gas burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the green area of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject of for the better part for lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. Okay, so there's definitely something going on with the angels. Like I've seen an angel in the maid's chamber. And might not really absent. And the cloister. So is the one in the cloister? What was the name? Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda currently in the cloister. Okay, that was not the angel in the cloister. Okay. So the one in the cloister is Orinda. And we've seen Mira in in... Where is the maid's chamber? On her desk. Alright, not many new rooms today. And I'm also wondering if I should really... if I should... I forgot what I wanted to say. I just feel so bad that it ended so early. Secret garden. A floor plan so secretive it had been removed from a drafting pool to avoid anyone unwanted accidentally stumbling upon it. This secluded garden, flanked by a variety of Moradai fruit trees, has served as a private retreat to at least 2 other generations of Sinclairs. So yeah, so I guess we'll need something very special to draft this room. Okay, permanent additions. The upper orchid is here.